Okay, we are going to be talking about things that you have seen before, but again, this is something that you have to teach also your distributors. I'm surprised people that have seen this so many times. And then when you talk to the people that they sponsor, they don't know about this. And this is something that you must talk to everybody. Now, when you listen to Michael Klaus or Eric Worre, etc., they show the same examples. They may use different names, and we are using this. I've been using this for years. But I'm surprised that, again, people don't teach this. And it's really simple. This is the daily method of operations. Is every time you have to make sure you have your list of names. Because if you don't have your list of names, then your business is not going to go anywhere. You have to connect, you have to present, and you have to follow up. Those are the basics. Now, let me go back again in case we have new people that have not seen this, or people that want to again go through this. Remember, connecting, presenting, and following up. And the center, the heart of the whole thing is your list. Now, your list is make a list of everybody that you know. Do not prejudge. You see the memory Jagger found in howtogetgoing.com or isagenixbusiness.com. Also, use the list of friends you have in social media like Facebook, LinkedIn, Google+, etc. Also, list like holiday, birthdays, weddings, join groups, local organizations, groups in Facebook. Add names to your list every week. This step is really important. Now, many of you say, yeah, but I like to talk to everybody that I have in my list. Remember follow-up, and we talk about that in a few minutes. It's so important. Even if you have talked to people, you go back to those names, and then you always offer a new information. We have so many new things coming in Isagenix all the time. We have that newsletter that we receive every week where they talk about different things that are happening in Isagenix, stories, etc. Make sure you copy that. And if you are erasing that email or you are not reading it, that's not good, because that's a really powerful tool. But again, is make sure that you always have your list ready. Now, without the list of names, there is no way to build in any business. And even if you open a restaurant, whatever, your main resource are the names or your prospects. There are many ways to approach them, but always the first, and it doesn't matter the business that you are, you could be an architect, and you can be a doctor, a dentist, you could be a person that open a restaurant or selling cell phones or whatever. The first people that you want to know that you are in business is the people that you know. That's where you start. And then from there you keep spending. Now, this is a skill that you develop. Let me stop. Oh, shoot. This is a skill that you develop. But you know what? You start with the basics. And the more you do it, the more you learn. We have many webinars that you can go on how to get going, where we have webinars on how you never run out of names. And that including not only traditional ways, but the new ways like social media. But again, your list is so important. These are your resources. And this has to be a never-ending growing list. And it can happen because it's actually, this is way always to add names. And we have many, many, many ways in the different trainings that we have. But anyway, the other one is connecting. Connecting with people is important. But remember, if you don't have a list of names, you don't have anybody to connect with. In this step, you are going to create curiosity. You spend in this step less than 2 minutes when you are talking to somebody, 2 or 3 minutes the most. If you talk too much, then you will lose your prospect. This is a skill too, although the cool thing, we have so many scripts that you just have to follow those scripts. The more you repeat those scripts, eventually it will become part of your vocabulary, and you will be saying it the way that you're supposed to say it in your own words. Now, we have many scripts, and this is one of the ones that you have seen several times. And this is an example. When you're sending somebody to a video or a recorded webinar or something like that. And this, you probably are familiar with this, is similar to what Eric Worre teach. And he say, I am running out of the door now, but I wanted to talk to you. I always respect your opinion and support. By the way, we have many other variations. I believe that I found a way for both of us to increase our cash flow. I just launched a major project that has a major income potential attached to it. It is also centered around the biggest markets and trends in the planet, with a company that has already paid over $1 billion in profit to a lot of people like you and me. If I send you a link to a 6-minute video, will you watch it? When do you think you could watch the video? So if I called you on whatever date you put after the hour or day you agree with, you would have seen this video for sure. Which is the best time for me to call you back? You see, this is something that conversation that is not going to take long. You are going to assign every day, 5 days a week. You don't have to do it 7 days a week, 1 hour a day, and do as many contacts as you can. If you do it right, you can do 5, 6, 7, even 10 contacts in that hour. Imagine you can send 10 people to your website, and that's when you have a presentation. Now, a presentation is many ways. Here's when you send the video to a tool or presentation. It could be inviting people to your home. As Lee Hagedorn, top earner says, don't be fooled, use a tool. Here, you are going to use the tools. Even when you are doing a presentation in your home, you are using the kit that you can find in Sound Concepts, where you have that tool. I am so surprised of so many people that don't have it. They say that they are going to build the business, but they don't have that tool. And now it has been updated. It comes with a cool CD where you can print invitations or send invitations through social media. It's really cool. After the video, if you are sending the person to a video, if he or she want more information, put your prospect on a 3-way call, or invite them or her to a presentation, like or a webinar, business presentation, or home presentation. This is if a person wants more information after you send a video. And in a second, I'm going to show you the videos. If you do at least 2 presentations a day, in other words, 2 people minimum looking at your business every day, your chances of success multiply by quantum leaps. Make sure that always you start with the business or the lifestyle or the why we have seen in other webinars. Now, videos to use, and this is something that many people ask me, but here what we are going to use is common sense. Really simple. If talking to a woman, enterprising woman. If talking to a man, retire with an anchor income or retire early. Either way, it's the same video. If talking to people younger than 30, experience Isagenix or your future. Actually, we had the new one that start. I thought I wrote it there. Start your future now. Start now. I'm correcting in front. This now you see that this is a live presentation. Okay, start your future now. Okay, this is the new video that you can find on your isamovie.com and also on your site. Okay, here it is. If talking about weight loss or health, is a body challenge or are you toxic? If talking about aging, what is aging you? And if talking to athletes, the athletes video. And this is really makes sense, common sense. Many people again, usually when people ask me what videos to send, is because they are not familiar with the videos that we have. Make sure you go to isamovie.com and make sure you get acquainted with the different videos that we have. And also for follow-up, sometimes videos are very powerful when people are getting into deep questions. And you can go to the YouTube channel of Isagenix, and it's there really easy. It's youtube.com/Isagenix. Again, it's youtube.com//Isagenix. But anyway, this is the presentation now, plus your meetings that you are doing with the kids, etc. Let me keep going here. Okay. Oh, it's kind of freezing. This is really important. Most of the time, use the business approach if you want to go faster. And when I say this, we are talking about the lifestyle. It is more effective to send a link from your website than iSamovie. And the reason this is, and by the way, you can use also iSamovie if you want to. It's just that I like your website because it's your website. If the person for some reason wants to sign up on his own or her own, they have right there the link that says sign up now or save now if they are going to buy products. Have a minimum of 2 people previewing the videos every day. If you want to go faster, then 5 is the ideal. And you can do that in an hour, as I said. If you do 10, it's even better. But as you see, it's so important that you be consistent. Now, the follow-up. This is a very important step. As Jimmy Smith, who has earned over $1 million, says, the fortune is in the follow-up. Now, but look at this. The follow-up is not possible if you don't have a list of names, if you are not connecting with people, if you are not presenting. Follow-up, again, is really, really important, very important. Now the follow-up makes in this one is so important that you learn the script that is on how to get going. I'm going to show you the script in a second. Now you must be consistent. Most people sign up after the 5th contact. Now some people take it longer. It took 41 follow-ups for Jimmy to sign me up. 41 follow-ups, and the first time, or maybe it was the second time, that I talked to him, I say, I think you need a psychiatrist. Why you are going into that company? Imagine most people would have stopped, but Jimmy didn't. And he told me that the fact that he signed me up has earned him at least an extra $3 million, at least $3 million bucks. That was worthwhile. Now the follow-up script is, and you have seen it before. What do you like the most? What else do you like? How much would you like to earn per month? By when? Now, this is very important. By when? Because you want to know when, and then the next one. Why? This is really important. Why they want to earn that kind of money? And doing what you are doing now, how long will it take you to reach that or to get that? Whatever is your why. This follow-up is so important. And again, I'm surprised after teaching this for a long time that there are many people that have listened to this so many times and they still don't use this follow-up. The only thing that they said, and the reason I know is because I've been present a few times, when the person, they say, what do you like the most? But that's it. They don't go into more details. You have to do the whole thing. There is a reason we have it like that. Oops. Okay. Now, the next one is if this business will help you to earn whatever money they say per month by the day that they tell you to get whatever they want, will you start right now? As simple as that. Do you want to go? Oh, shoot. I don't know what happened. Okay, let me move really quick. For some reason, move all the way to the back. Okay, here. Do you want to go fast or faster? And this is an example. The best way to start is our business package, and it is only $10.99 when you start with the system. And sponsor 2 with the same system, you can get $650 back. This is an example. You can do it with the President Pack too. But this is it. It's really simple. Really simple. And by the way, somebody say that I cannot afford it, and I don't have here on the screen. You say, well, we have a system that's about half. That's the President Pack, $559. And if they say, oh, shoot, still I cannot afford it, you can go all the way to 30 days. That's about half of the President Pack. But this is it. Remember, you are making your list, you're presenting, and you are following up. You see, it's really, really simple. If you do this for the 90 days, and we've been talking about 90 days all the time, make sure you have at least 2 people daily looking at your business every day. If you have more than that, you have 5, you can get really high in the ranks. And that, what I should show you, is the secret of people that are successful. They are connecting with enough people every day. They are presenting a lot of people. They are following up with everybody, and they always, they have a list of names. Now, I wonder if we have some questions. I hope I can see the question because sometimes I cannot see them. Okay, let's see. Okay, I think I have one. Oh, it's interesting. I have a question. I mentioned that. What is the best way to market Isagenix? Did you ever put flyers? Yep, I did. At the beginning, I said flyers don't work. You may have a question, a person answering once in a while, but you have, as I said, we put close to 1,000 flyers, and I have only 2 calls. One woman that never did anything, and not even joined, and the security guards from one of the malls that told me to get back to that mall and pick up everything. Now, how much have you spent in advertising? None. That's the cool thing. Today, with network marketing, or with the social media, you don't have to spend any money in advertising. As a matter of fact, you ask Jimmy Smith, who earned over $41 million together with his family, and he said, no, I never spent in advertisement. I just talk to people. I make a list every day. Remember, this is not like traditional business. Can you use advertisement? Yes, and I know some people that have done it. But remember, in our case, in our pay plan, you need only 2 good people. And the best way is to talking to people that you know, getting to know new people, meeting new people on Facebook, and we have some trainings on Facebook. And Facebook is one of the coolest things because you can have 10 new people every day that are possible prospects. That's over 100 actually, if you do 10 per day, it's over 300 people per month on Facebook. And if of those 300 you find two gems, oh, you can earn an incredible amount of money. But anyway, and the other question, and I hope I answered that question. Advertisement, I have not spent any money in advertisement. There are some people that recommend to do advertisement, but no Isagenix. These are people that try to sell you stuff saying, okay, you can advertise on newspaper, you can advertise on Google, you can advertise on Facebook. Yeah, you can do all that, but you have to be really good. If not, you can lose a lot of money instead of making any money. And it's why I don't recommend anybody to do that. And I had never done, even that, especially in the last, I would say 2 years, a lot of people are talking about advertisement in Facebook. I have never done Facebook advertising. I've been curious to try it once in a while, but I have never done it. Again, the best ways to network. Now, I have another question. Have you just networked in person? I do network in person. I like that, but I also like to do it through the telephone and through Facebook, social media. The same way that you can join local groups, networking groups, you can do it on Facebook and also in LinkedIn. They have many groups that you can join, and that you can join the conversation. You are not going to be prospecting there directly. When I say directly, you are not posting, hey, I have a business opportunity. No, you want to create friends and relationships, and then you use the scripts to create a connection with the person. And then when you ask the right questions that we have on the scripts, some of them are going to open up, and that's the moment or the time for them to introduce them Isagenix by inviting them to a video or to a presentation if they happen to be local, or an online presentation. Okay, let me see. They're asking me if we have trainings on Facebook prospecting. Yeah, we do. On howtogetgoing.com, you enter Facebook on the search, and or go to the past webinars, and you are going to find a few of them, several of them that talk about how to prospect in social media. I would be doing other ones in the future, in the near future. But yeah, you can do. It's really simple actually. It's just posting, and you go there by posting positive stuff or success stories, and also just using the right script to connect with people. Really, really simple. Okay, let me see if I can have another. If you have any question, make sure you click on. And for the people that ask me, okay, here is another question. Would you, yeah, would you pay for shows? I assume that it means they're talking about when there are different shows like women's shows or home shows or something like that they are in different convention centers. If you would have a table there, you don't have to. Actually, the best way is to, in my opinion, one of the best ways is to actually go there. And by the way, we have in one of the trainings, and then pick up business cards. That's it. Now, you don't talk to them right there about Isagenix. You just pick up a business card. And then what you do is that after you wait about a week after the show is over, you start calling them. Many of them are going to be out of town. These are people that are following different shows, especially the big ones. And call them and then use the different scripts that we have. One of them that I love to use, I said, I met you at the show in the case here in Utah and Sandy. We have a place where they have shows every weekend. And I was very impressed with you. People like you earn a lot of money in my business. And then some people, curiosity, they are going to ask, well, what is your business? And you say, if I send you a video that's only about 6 minutes long that explains more what it is, will you watch it? Just do that. It's only 6 minutes. And then you go from there. That's a great way. It's picking up cars. And in those shows, depending on the size of the show, you can pick up 20 cars, you can pick up 100 cars. And it's cheaper than to having a table there. And the reason is, this is a very important reason. I'm probably going to do a webinar just on this. It's really simple. The people that really are going to build businesses, unless you are in a business show, they're there just to buy something that they can buy cheap or just for curiosity. The people that are entrepreneurs are the people that have the tables, the exhibitors. And that's why you want to connect with them. Even if you happen to have a table, and I have a few people that have tables that have been successful, but they have been successful sponsoring people that have tables too. Those are the ones that are really going to be. That doesn't mean that they don't sponsor anybody outside the tables, but the ones that have sponsored people that have actually built the business, they were people that have other tables. That's really important. Okay. Yeah, that's another question again about Facebook. Um, by the way, somebody's saying that I don't have sound. Can you hear me? Okay.
Yes, George, we can hear you.
Yes. Oh, somebody said that no sound. Check your connection if you don't have sound because it seems that everybody else can hear me. Check your connection, or also look on your right side and see if you are clicking telephone or microphone and speaker. If you want to listen through your computer, make sure that click on the part where you say mic or and speakers in case. Okay, cool. Okay, this is another question. I don't get it. Hold on a second, please. Let me. Um, what do you think about placing ads? I think that's what it means. Yeah. Okay. Advertising. I don't know if you're talking about regular ads in a newspaper or on the internet or whatever. Uh, you have to be really good about knowing how to place ads because it can cost you money, and also very good on the follow-up on the calls. The last time that I did ads were many years ago in another company, and it was kind of tough. But then I learned many ways to get names, like what we were talking about, the trade shows. I was going to seminars, picking up cars. I mean, I learned many other ways that I don't need to do that. By the way, another way to get names, and now that we are on this topic, I'm sure you many times you have been in a supermarket or in a store that they have like a bulletin board and it's full of business cards and papers that people are offering their services like lawnmower or exercise, personal trainers, etc. Take a picture of that. Now with the camera, you don't have to, with the telephones, you don't have to take the cards. And then just call them and say, I was looking at the board and in the supermarket, Whole Foods or whatever, and I was really intrigued, and now I'm calling you for something totally off the wall. It doesn't have anything to do with what you're doing. What if you can find a business where you can increase your income without increasing your overhead? That's a line that I use. And what if I can show you a business where you can increase your income with increasing your overhead? Would you like to know more? That's simple as that. That's something that's simple. Really, really simple. And there are many other ways that you can do that, but that's an example I'm going to show you. As a matter of fact, one of the first people I sponsored in network marketing, that was years ago when I was in another company, was somebody that was selling what's called a sewing machine on in a laundry place. I took the cards, the paper that he has there. This was not a business card, and I called him, and later he signed up. Interesting. Okay, I don't think we have more questions. At least I don't see anything. Okay, if you don't have any more questions, Alex, do you have anything?
Uh, no, George, actually, I just wanted to remind everyone that we've been having some of the best days in Isagenix history over the last
Mm-hmm.
few weeks. So, George, I don't
Yes.
know if you have any numbers or
Yes.
so that you can share.
Yeah. We don't know the numbers for this past week that just ended last night, but the week before, Isagenix sales were $13 million. And now let me put it into perspective. What that means. Last year's our sales were around $420 million. 13 million when you multiply it by 52 weeks, it's almost $700 million. That's an incredible increase, more than 50% so far. And this is the most impressive part. And many people they ask me, "Oh yeah, that probably is overseas." The sales in the U.S. increased by 41%. That's huge, especially for the size of the company already. That's huge. Now, in ranks increased in a big way. I don't remember how many ranks. Our volume in our group increased by around $200,000 in a week in our group. I mean, I'm really, really impressed for what is happening. Emily Barbara, she's only 26 years old. She cycled between her reentry and her original position last week. And by the way, Emily had never done network marketing. She's 26 years old. She started in Isagenix when she was 23. And she has over 280 cycles. By the way, money, that means a lot of money, over 14 or $15,000. And I don't know how much she earned. And again, everything that people earn, it depends on their own efforts. And I have to do a disclaimer. But it's something she probably was really close to the 16 or $17,000 in a week. That's amazing. And I love growth. Last week, we have in our group a lot of new people. I have to, gosh, I don't have to name people because I cannot remember all the names, but that has advanced in ranks. And Emily, by the way, Emily Barbara is in our organization. Let me see, but many people that came new, for example, Debbie Bayer just came aboard and she's going in fire. She came aboard about 3 weeks ago. We have groups like Emily Stevenson going crazy. I mean, we have a lot of growth right now, a lot of new growth, and this is something that I'm really, really excited. The growth that we're having in the last in the last few weeks. Actually, it started in January, but it's in the last 3 weeks that have been amazing. Do you want to add something, Alex, or that's okay?
No, actually, and the growth is not only, you mentioned we have great growth here in the US, but we also have
41%.
tremendous growth in Colombia, which is a new market, in Malaysia, in Mexico, in our group, all
Yeah,
of a sudden
Mexico,
has had
it has a
seen a
great group. As a
tremendous
matter of fact,
expansion.
we have one of our leaders, Roberto Perez. He had a meeting with 50 new people, and several of them, a lot of them signed up this past Friday, I think was. I'm trying to
That's
remember the
correct.
day. Yep, Colombia is growing. We have many regions in the country that are growing in our group, and we're talking about group at this point. I mean, it's amazing, and I see this growth speeding up sometimes in the next couple of weeks for many reasons. But guys, yeah, this has been amazing, amazing growth.
Yeah. Well, George, yeah, I don't see any more questions either here. So
Hmm.
let's see. Okay, so then I want to thank you,
Yes.
George, for joining us today. My apologies to all for the problems that you're seeing here. And if you see two of my name on the screen saying "Talking Alex Kokin" when you're hearing George Ruiz, we're about to solve that problem by next week. Our computers got crossed somehow, and by next week we should have that solved. So,
Well, we're happy
uh,
we are taking seriously duplication. We are duplicating our names.
that's right. Excellent. Well, uh, hope everybody has a fantastic week. Let's go for a record week again this week. And best of luck to everyone. And see you next Monday.
Okay, see you guys, and thank you very much. Bye.